YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, we are going to have some fun today. We're going to do a follow-up video to something I made about 8 months ago. We're going to go over the best and worst exotics in the game for year 3, 2020, as of February of 2020. I did this with the tier maker about a year ago, well, 8 months ago actually, to be exact. So I made it my own here, and I think there was an updated one, but I couldn't find it, so I just made my own. But this is going to be highly subjective, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give away a set of Astro A50s. I am sponsored by them. I get a giveaway every single month, and if you want a discount on any Astro products, click the link in the description. But stick around to the end of the video, and I will show you how to enter the contest. So let's get into this ranking of best and worst exotics. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you really want to help the channel out, become a channel member by clicking join on screen or click the link at the top of the description. Let's do this. Okay, let's kick this escapade of joy off with two weapons that I don't even have, and that's going to be Anarchy and Teraba. Teraba I could care less about getting, and Anarchy I do want it, but just not a big fan of that raid. Monte Carlo, I'm throwing you at the top. Man, I love Monte Carlo, man. This is such a fun gun. It's got good damage, it's got good ad clearing, and you get your melee back really quickly. So with melee builds, this thing is amazing. And if you want to get those Saint 14 bounties done quickly, where you need to get charged melee kills, use Monte Carlo. Great gun. Borealis, you're going here. Borealis, novelty, never use it. What else we got here? Polaris Lance. This thing I'm going to throw about here. This thing has potential. I think if the final explosion was bigger and did more damage, this thing could be amazing. But again, this thing kind of feels a little clunky with the aim down sight speed, and that's why I'm throwing Jade Rabbit there. That's where I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comment section, because I know you guys love Jade Rabbit. I don't like slow firing scout rifles. I like fast firing ones, hence why I use things like Mananan and a few other ones. But yeah, it fires too slow, the aim down sight speed's too clunky, and just not my thing. Thunderlord, I'm going to put Thunderlord up here because you're a lot of fun. Nothing special about it, it's great for wasting ads, holds a lot of ammo, I like seeing the lightning come down, and when there's arc singe, yeah, it's really good. Vigilance Wing, if I'm not using my Chattering Bone because I'm a pulse rifle guy for PvP, use Vigilance Wing. It's easy. It's me. I don't have skill in PvP, so I'll break out Vigilance Wing here and there. Let's move along here. 1,000 Voices. I'm going to throw you up here. This one's a really fun one for bosses, obviously, and Solar Singe. When we do the dungeon, if we have 3 players using 1,000 Voices, man, you will annihilate that boss. But you got to make sure you're running Scavenger and Reserves on this thing, because you will run out of ammo really quickly. Graviton Lance, you're also going at the top, and I've loved Graviton Lance since year 1. I love seeing the explosions. It's great for ad clearing. It's void. It feels more like a scout rifle than a pulse rifle. It sounds cool when it fires. Love it. What else? Okay, let's move along here. Let's see. Sweet Business. I'm going to put you in the fun factor, but not as much fun. It's fun in PvE for clearing ads, and really fun in PvP, actually. So maybe, we're going to throw you here. I love coming around the corner with it fully wound up and just hose people down with it. Yeah, it's fun. All right, Wave Splitter, another one I'm going to say that's fun for PvP. If you just want to annoy people in the Crucible with it, you're going to run out of ammo really quickly with it, but it's like insta-melt in terms of killing people in PvP. So, what else? Let's see, Wardcliff Coil. I'm going to put it up here too because it's still really useful in arc situations, and obviously, if you're doing the Taken Blight public event and you want to make it heroic, and there's other randoms around who do not know how to make it heroic, just go in there with Wardcliff and just annihilate the Blight and make it heroic for everybody. Okay, Malfeasance. I'm going to throw you at the top. Love Malfeasance, and mainly for Gambit. When I play Gambit, I am only using Malfeasance, and mainly because I'm always the guy that's going to be the one that's taking care of all the blockers. And I feel like, it does bonus damage to Taken, and in Gambit Prime, when you have so many Envoys and a lot of Taken, well, it's going to annihilate them really quickly. And it feels like it has no recoil, and if you're using Ophidian Aspect on a Warlock, last season when you had enhanced hand cannon reloader, well, actually, you still have enhanced hand cannon reloader now. You can make it feel like you have Outlaw on that thing. Ace of Spades, another one I'll put at the top. Really fun gun. Good in PvE, good in PvP. Let's see. Let's talk about some guns that I don't like at all. Colony, you're going here. Never use you. Queenbreaker, never use you. Symmetry, I'm going to say, does it go here? Does it go here? I'm going to say here. Yeah. I am working on the masterwork, and I don't even want to finish the masterwork. I don't like the gun. Okay, moving along here. Hardlight. Hardlight, I've been using it since the patch, or I mean the screen shake fix, and it's fun, but I've been using it in PvE. I gotta go watch a cool guy or a true Vanguard video to see how it is in PvP. But let me know in the comment section, what do you think of it in PvP? Darcy, I have not used that since Eater of Worlds in year 1. Instead, I am putting Izanagi's at the top, which is funny because last year Izanagi's was nowhere near the top because I was never using snipers. Now, I love Izanagi's, and mainly because of the Garden of Salvation raid. But if I'm not using Izanagi's, I love Whisper of the Worm, of course. But of course, there's some situations where I'm not proccing Whispered Breathing, which I'm just so used to just aiming and just immediately firing, getting those crits, and I really need to sit there and wait for Whispered Breathing to proc. Jotun, I'm going to throw that up there. It's good in PvE and good in PvP. I'm going to throw, let's see, some of the swords, the exotic swords, I never use them. I got to be frank. I mean, you know what? We'll throw them here. They're good, but I never really use them. What else we got here? And I'm going to throw a Black Talon in there too. They're good, but yeah, again, I never use them. I just don't think they're fun. Bastion, you're going here. I just don't like Bastion. I've heard it's pretty good in the Crucible. I've not used it in the Crucible, but in PvE, the range is just too short. I think it's like 18 meters or something like that. Some of the exotic bows, again, I'm going to put them in here because... well, no, I'm sorry, that's Leviathan's Breath. I love that. Some of the other bows... the Monarch, I like you. This one, that's Trinity Ghoul, right? Yeah, I don't use Trinity Ghoul at all. Monarch, I use it occasionally. I need to use it more often, though, actually. Leviathan's Breath, I love that weapon, but I'm going to throw it alongside Devil's Ruin. When it's a Ordeal Nightmare, when it's an Ordeal Nightfall or a Sundial with Unstoppables, let's say Ordeal. If it's like Savathun's Song where you have ogres from far away, I'm going to use Leviathan's Breath. When it's going to be some other Nightfalls where it's just regular Unstoppables, Devil's Ruin is amazing for them. And it's amazing for just big health, yellow bars just in general for annihilating them at pretty good distances, I'll say. All right, this thing here, you know what? I've not used it in so long. Was it Deathbringer, I think? I forgot the name of it. I've never, ever used this thing. Two-Tailed Fox, I'm going to throw that here. It's good if you want to annoy people in Gambit and in the Crucible, but I never use it in PvP. Let's see, Skyburner's Oath. I love this thing, and I think more people should try this thing out. It's fun in PvE, and even in PvP. You can destroy people with that thing if you aim down sight. You aim down sight, you do high damage. You rip through Cabal shields. If you hip fire enemies with it, you get those little tracking lobs with it. It's a fun gun. It's solar. If there's solar singe, try the weapon out. It's a good gun. Divinity, I'm going to throw you at the top. Fun gun, great for debuffing things. I'll use it in certain situations where I'm that guy who's going to be the debuffer. If I'm with randoms and we need some disruption and I don't feel like putting disruption on an auto rifle or submachine gun, I'll throw on Divinity. Last Word's another, I'm going to say top tier gun in PvP, although I find some nights I'm really good with it and some nights I'm just not good with it at all. Crimson, I love Crimson. And Crimson is a gun where I think most people don't like it, but look, it gives you your health back. If you get the critical kill, it reloads itself, and it's a good gun. I used to use it non-stop in PvP, but I've not used it in PvP in a very long time. I'm just more of a pulse rifle guy when it comes to PvP. All right, moving along here. Prometheus Lens, I'm going to say is a fun gun. It's more for ad clearing because of the reloading, and it's solar. With that being said, where is the Cold Heart? Cold Heart is here. I'm going to put you here. Cold Heart is for DPS. So look at this as for ad clearing, and then Cold Heart is going to be for DPS. Although I really have not used those in kind of a long time. Lord of Wolves, yeah, that's going to be at the top. That's just broken. It's OP. Everyone's using it in the Crucible. But I'll use it sometimes because if I'm using Chattering Bone, a legendary for my main one, I'll use Lord of Wolves. But even then, you know what? My playstyle is I keep my distance because I need to use my Chattering Bone, and the scope on the Chattering Bone, I feel like I need to keep my distance. Tractor Cannon, I'm going to put that here. You know what? I don't even know where it is right now in terms of the meta, if it's good for even debuffs, because we just use Divinity so much. Arbalist, you're going here. Never use Arbalist. Xenophage, I'm going to throw here because even though I did that one video where we one-phased the Consecrated Mind, while we all had it running, we had, let's see, all Titans running Actium War Rig, which means you never have to reload the thing. You just hold down the trigger and it will fire, and it's great. But we had to debuff the Consecrated Mind with one divinity. So it has its uses. You know what? Let's throw it here. Huckleberry, really, really fun gun in PvE. It's not top tier, but on patrol or strikes or anything, when you want to just spray down enemies and get rampage, get good damage, not have to reload, really, really fun gun. Cerberus +1, I'm going to throw you here. I don't like you. I never use it. Let's see, Telesto, yeah, that's going to go up here just because it's you know what? I'm not even going to comment on Telesto. Truth, that's going to go up here. I don't particularly care for it, although it's great in PvP, and also I think it's still good in Gambit. There's always that annoying invader who's going to be running Truth every single time. This one's going to surprise you. I don't like bad juju really at all. I'm going to throw that here. I never use it. Never ever use it. Although it gives you your super energy back, and once you get a number of kills, you get some damage modifiers on it. I feel like the base damage is just way, way too low. So unless you're laying into just all red bars, I mean, what's the point? I don't know. I don't like it. Merciless, loved it in year 1, mainly with the Leviathan raid, but I find myself, I literally have not taken it out of my vault in probably 2 years. Legend of Acreus, still a pretty good gun, but I don't use it as much, so I'm going to throw you here actually. And the weapons that I'm kind of dumping on here, sell me on them in the comment section to go try them out. Sunshot, man, I love Sunshot. Sunshot's such a fun gun. Solar, explosions, now we have 12 rounds in it since Shadowkeep. And what's not to like about it? It's a really fun gun. It reloads quickly, love it, absolutely love it. Wishender, I still like this thing a lot, even though, look, when it had the bug where it had a massive buff, loved it. And I think it's still way better than most legendary bows, in my opinion. I use it a lot when I need to do the Banshee bounty, and I'm in the Castellum. I'm going to use Wishender pretty much for the most part. Sturm, I never use you, but I'm sure the PvP pros are going to use that. Same thing with this thing here. What else? We've got Thorn and Lumina. Thorn is still, you know what? Thorn is good in PvP if you've got good aim, and I don't have it. Lumina, I've not used in ages, and I need you to sell me on it. Should I even use Lumina? I kind of feel like it's a novelty gun, even though it's the kind of brother-sister. Well, these two are kind of like brothers and sisters, Thorn and Lumina. I just don't use it. Another weapon, too, that's going to shock a lot of people is Ariana's Vow. I'm going to throw that here. Yeah, I don't like it. I hate, I play on PC, and I use a controller, and I hate the recoil. I hate the reload, and I'm going to use other weapons that I can put anti-barrier rounds. I'm just not going to use it. Chaperone, you're going to go up top. You're great for PvP, like Chaperone. Sleeper, it's good, but again, I've not used it in a very long time, so you're actually going to go here. I feel like there's better choices out there for a heavy. I'm not going to use Sleeper. I'm going to use something like Izanagi's or Whisper when I want to do some high damage. But it's still really good. But remember when that thing was plaguing Gambit like crazy until they gave it a little bit of a nerf? Sura's Regime, man. I loved it in Destiny 1, but I feel like it doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me in Destiny 2. I don't really care for it. We've got the, I don't even forgot the name of it. Prospector, yeah. Prospector, never use Prospector. I'm sure PvP pros, they do probably use that thing. Rat King, I'm going to throw up here. Rat King is a fun gun if you're running around with the team, fire team. You guys are all running Rat King. You know what, let's throw you up here. Rat King, I think, is really only useful if you're running in a fire team and you're all running Rat King. You could have some really good times with it. Risk Runner, another really good gun. I'm going to put up here. You get a shield when you're taking arc damage. It does some pretty decent damage, and overall, love it. Good gun. Mighty Multi-Tool, I'm going to throw that up here because I love the run speed with it. It's good in PvE. It's really good at PvP if your aim is on. And for me, depending on which ornament you put on, and that's slightly, I guess, pay to win, right? Certain ornaments, just for me, make the sights cleaner and better. But I was better in Destiny 1 with Mida than I was in Destiny 2. I don't know why. I think it was because of the time to kill. But even then, at the end of Destiny 2's life cycle, even though it was a hand cannon palindrome meta, I was Mr. Supercell. Yeah, the Supercell was my go-to gun for the end of Destiny 1. And we're going to finish off with my favorite gun in the game, and that's Outbreak Perfected. And I love it so much that I have it as my wallpaper back here. Oh, it looks cool, it sounds cool, it is cool, it clears ads, I don't care what you say. It does great damage either, even when you're laying into some bosses or some high-level ads, because even if you're not actually killing them, you're getting those nanites to spawn, and once it's masterwork, it's really good. And on PC, I almost never run into people using it. Like if I'm doing Ordeal Strikes or Sundial or other activities, I'm like the only one, because you clearly can tell by the sound that it's Outbreak Perfected going off. Here's how we'll do the contest for a brand new set of Astro A50s, and this will be worldwide. What you need to do is subscribe to the channel, be a subscriber, hit like. When we hit, let's go for 4,000 likes in this video. When it hits 4,000 likes, I will pick a winner. What you need to do then is leave me a comment. Leave me a comment on your top 3 favorites and top 3 weapons that you can't stand. And then also in that comment, leave your Twitter handle. And then you need to follow me on Twitter at Mesa. And then when I pick a winner, I will randomly pick one from the comment section. I will DM you, get your shipping address and everything, and then send it right to Astro, and they will ship you a brand new set of Astro A50s. So once again, leave me a comment, leave me your top 3 best, top 3 worst, put your Twitter handle in there, and then I will DM you if you are the winner. So that's it, guys. Leave me a hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. If you would like to further support this channel and become a channel member, click the link in the description or click join on screen. We've got an amazing Destiny 2 Mesa Army community over on Discord. We've got a Mesa Army clan if you need one as one of the many bonus perks. We're going to have some more perks coming down the road for 2020. And also, whenever I live stream, you get custom emojis. And then also, it looks like we're putting together a Mesa Army podcast at some point with channel members. That's it, guys. Drop a like in this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream, usually always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.